Mr. Sosseh, thank you for this interview. You are the regional manager for TAF Africa Global. We understand that you will be leaving for United States and you'll be visiting various states. Can you tell us about this trip to United States by TAF and who are you going with?
Thank you, Omar. It's a pleasure to be on the Fatu network again. As you know, TAF Africa Global is a Pan-African real estate developer. We're actually celebrating our 30 years of doing business in January of 2020. And along the years, we have learned and listened a lot from our customers. And since we started what we call a Triple M project, which is 3 houses that are different types that are affordable, ranging from 2 bedrooms all the way to 4 bedrooms. Our customers have given us feedback, and primarily the customers that are in the diaspora, when they come to transact with us, will normally ask us to either take a land that they've already purchased before that they're having challenges with based on what they expected and what they have now, or the construction that is going on in the land that they have is not going according to the way they plan, and they usually will want us to step in or either take it back and they can buy to or subscribe in one of our properties. And unfortunately, we could not do that. So this then resulted in us saying that we need to actually do some service to these people and actually go to them. And so we partnered with 3 organizations, one of which is Ajera. They're based in Atlanta, Georgia, and they're a community-based organization that also want to look out for the interests of their members. And so they felt that this is a win-win objective for their people and also for TAF to come in and showcase what we have and how we can mitigate some of the challenges that they're going through. And so we thought it would be a good avenue to have a symposium. So it will be very open. We can share some of the feedback that we have been getting from our clients. So at least the ones that have not committed already would sort of have the opportunity to either ask questions they want to know about real estate and also how to go about acquiring a property in the Gambia. And with that, then we can offer some of the solutions to their problems, and hopefully they'll be able to subscribe. Now, we thought, since we were the pioneers of real estate in the Gambia, we have a mortgage scheme that is close to similar to what's in the West that others don't have. And we did all of this, again, with listening to our clients to ensure that we bridge the gap between affordability and owning a property. And we think that the folks in the diaspora usually have a lot of challenges sending monies back home to people that sometimes don't always get what they want. And the mortgage scheme is a bridge to not only mitigating that, but also helping them have access to owning a property sooner. And so we want to take our partners, GT Bank, with us. So at least if one comes to this event, not only would you be able to learn about all the takeaways to own a property in the Gambia, but also have the opportunity to do the transaction with the stakeholders on the ground. So at least before you leave, you'll be confident that you're in a very reliable, solid transaction. And so we're doing this in Atlanta, Georgia, on the 31st of March at the Savannah Event Center in Atlanta. And we're also going to Dallas, Texas from there. We partnered with the Gambian Texas Association, and we're doing that event there on the 6th of April, which is the following Saturday. And then lastly, we will head to Seattle, Washington, where we'll be partnering with the Northwestern Seattle Gambian Association, and we'll be there on the 14th of April. So in a nutshell, primarily we want to do social entrepreneurship by going to these people who are Gambians, who are working hard, and all of whom want to have some piece of property here in the Gambia, and making sure that we bring all the tools and resources available from TAF to help them accomplish that.
The complaint among many people, especially in diaspora, is that they will have land in it, and it will cost them, take them sometimes 5, 6, or 7, up to 10 years to build it. So now, with this new plan, can someone buy, build, or even build the property in the country without involvement of a third party, but you alone and the bank can do that?
That's absolutely right. that is actually what we're sorting out to do, or what we're seeking. We know that a lot of people sometimes would depend on having their either relatives and who have probably the good intentions, but sometimes are not professional builders or not engineers that can build a house. A lot of times it takes a lot of effort in using some savings, send it and wait a little bit, and then send some additional funds. And the gap between sending funds can create a lot of issues. And so we want to take away all of that. TAF Africa Global is the only company now that is offering a 10-year mortgage. And we actually help the banks in ensuring that they see the interest in doing that, and they're offering that to our clients. So, for example, if one wants to buy a house, not only don't you have to come to the Gambia for that, but you can have the design that, among the designs that we're offering, you can choose what you want, and then you can make a 25% down payment. With that 25% down payment, we can build the house within 6 months. And now you can take ownership of the property and spread the payments for up to 10 years. You don't have to take all the 10 years. You can actually, there's no prepayment penalty, so you can pay it off sooner if you wanted to. But I think the old way of sending money and waiting for a little bit and then sending money again, we made sure that we have a longer tenure, which is 10 years, which allows you to make sure that your monthly payments are very minimal and so manageable. And so you can actually live in the property should you have a family member that lives here that you were renting before, or you want to use it as a vacation house. You come here during your vacation and go back to where you are and rent it. All these are potential opportunities that are there. And others also use it as an investment property where they can buy the property, maybe finance it through our mortgage scheme that we offer through our partner banks. And then while they're away, they can rent it so it can subscribe, so it can substitute their monthly mortgage payments.
So you're talking about spreading and for somebody to pay within 10 years. So what is the list that, if you can tell us how much, because we know the income capacity of an ordinary Gambian, what is the list that one can pay if the person go into partnership with you?
I think it starts with the products that we offer. So we know that some people would just want to acquire the land and may not be ready to build now, or don't want to expose themselves financially. Others may also want to just design their own type of building that is different from what we're offering. So we made sure that our product offerings give you the chance to do any of those. So for the service plots, what we're offering is, for example, in Dalaba where we are, we're actually sitting in one of the rooms now, you can buy a service plot which will be fenced and gated, because we just don't sell you a land somewhere in the bush and you come and don't know where your land is. So if you buy from TAF, you can be assured that not only do you have the right paperwork and title and ownership, but it's going to be a fenced service plot and gated and within a community setting. So we make sure that we do the road infrastructure, at least surface dressed, either bituminized, or we put interlockings to make sure it's durable and you're not going to drive in any type of mud roads or anything like that. We also put solar street lights, so when it's dark, at least outside, whether there's power or not, you're able to freely move safely with your family. We make sure that we put the fruit trees so it can be well landscaped and modern, similar to what people are used to in the West. And also put the infrastructure to make sure that the water reticulation system is right. There are proper drainage, so there's no tarring. So do the things that people have expected of us that we have done over the years. Now, with that said, the least amount for the service plots that you can expect is about, in dollars terms, is about $12,000 and change. And you're only required to put in 25% of that, which is close to about $3,000 and change. And your monthly payment will go to maybe about $170. And that's entry level. So then it will go up from there depending on what else you want to buy. And again, once you buy these, you can take possession within 6 months if it's a house. If it's a fenced plot, we can fence it within a month or two.
We are in a 3-bedroom apartment here. It's already furnished. So for example, if somebody wants to go in for it, how much should the person put first, down payment, and pay the rest in 10 years?
I think for 3-bedroom houses, we have actually different kinds. For pricing for these and additional products, we want to actually listen to the client and understand exactly what we offer. The reason why that is the client can choose what size land they want first. So our 3 bedrooms can either be built in a 250 square meter or 375 square meter or 500 square meter plot of land. And then depending on the type of 3-bedroom you choose, that would now sum up to give you the price. So I would say that if one is interested to know, say for example, a 3-bedroom, how much must you have? We welcome you to actually go to our website or reach out to us on either WhatsApp or email, and we'll be more than happy to make sure that we give you the price based on the offering that you choose.
Let's talk about the quality of the house, these homes. What guarantee are you giving out to those who are coming in to buy these houses?
Well, we have been in business for getting close to 30 years now, like I mentioned earlier, in January of 2020. And so this is actually one of the things that people know TAF for, is that when we deliver, we can back it up. And so any property that you buy from us will give you a 1-year defect liability period. And what we mean by that is, if you buy the house, if there's anything that either malfunctions or shouldn't be the way that you expected it to be, or even our standard, we will replace it or fix it at our own cost. And we ensure that we think that this gives our customers a great peace of mind, knowing that the builder himself is ensuring that if there is something wrong, they're going to want to make sure that they do it right the first time to avoid any unnecessary cost. But we don't have a problem with that because we back up our construction and what we have done over the years. We've built many estates in different countries, and so our expertise has given us the chance to ensure that we do things right and do it the way that we would have wanted it ourselves.
Imagine somebody came in and start agreement with you, start paying, and eventually he or she dies. So tell us about that as well. Is the person, the family behind, going to own that house, or are they going to continue paying? How are you going to do about that?
So I mentioned in our conversation that if one is buying a property directly from us, you have 2 options. You either mortgage it, meaning you finance it through the banks, or you buy it directly from us. Now, if you're going to finance it through the bank have their own set of conditions that we've worked with them closely, but you're financing through the bank, meaning the bank is lending you money to allow you the opportunity to buy the house. And so the bank will give you their terms and agreement, which would entail all the details that you would need to know. So if you qualify, the bank is going to require to do some sort of a qualification process. If you qualify and you agree to the conditions that they have put forth, then you can purchase. And I think at that time, the question you asked will be addressed through the terms and conditions that the bank has offered.
Okay. Coming back to America, so many people said you only choose only few states among a whole lot. Yes. Why only this? Or do you have another plans to extend to other states?
Absolutely. I think our goal is to make sure that every Gambian, whether you or non-Gambian alike, that is interested in owning property in the Gambia, has access to the right information, primarily. And I think once people do that, then you can now compare apples to apples and make the best decision that suits your needs. The 3 states that we selected, it just so happens that strategically within the U.S., if you look at where Atlanta is located, there's a fairly large concentration of Gambians that are there. And Texas also being one of the biggest states, and Dallas is also a hub and has a lot of Gambians as well, and also in Seattle. So we know that there are other states that have other Gambians that we wish or we would have wanted to go there, but time and physically would not permit. But this is just something that we want to ensure that our goal is to reach many Gambians and be in front of them wherever they are. And we will be doing this in the U.S. as a start, but we're looking at going to Europe in the summer as well, and ensuring that all the Gambians, all our clients, wherever they are in the world, will have an opportunity. And so if you live in a neighboring state, like if we're in Georgia, someone that lives in North Carolina or South Carolina or even up in Virginia can come over. We're potentially going to look at maybe streaming this, our symposium, so at least folks that couldn't attend will be able to have an opportunity to look at it online. And we also have our website, which has all the information that we will be sharing. So if one wants to follow up or ask a question, you can always go to www.tafafricaglobal.com. All our contact emails and telephone numbers are there if one wants to ask any additional questions.
Aside from Dalaba, which other projects do you have, or which upcoming ones do you have?
So we are working in Dalaba, and we have a lot of inventory here. So if one is interested in a property, I would say right now Dalaba. We do have very small inventory left in Bruford Gardens, and similarly in Tangi, Seaview Estate there. We also have the TAF Special Economic Zone project. That project is in the inception stage. We have done the feasibility. As you know, the President, His Excellency, Mr. Adama Barrow, did the foundation laying about a year and change ago. And so that project is in its inception stage, and we're demarcating the roads and making sure that the infrastructure is sound. We have other upcoming projects, estates that we will be announcing pretty soon, but those are not available yet. But among the selections that one can choose from, I would say Dalaba is a pretty good option, and a lot of people are interested in it based on its strategic location and the potential that it has.
So finally?
Well, finally, we just want to thank all our partners that are going on this journey with us, mainly GT Bank, because they also have a vested interest in ensuring that people in the diaspora have access to financing to the houses that we offer. And so we want to thank them for that. We also want to thank the folks at AJERA. AJERA is the association that we're partnering in Atlanta, the Gambian Texas Association, and also the Northwestern Seattle Gambian Association as well. Obviously, Fatu Network as a partner, and also our loyal customers that have been with us over the years. We know that most of our clients are either repeat or referral customers, and that's because they have trust in our brand and what we're offering. And so we don't take that lightly. We know that people can go elsewhere to buy either a house or for their property needs, but they have been coming to TAF for a reason, and we take that as a challenge to ensure that we don't let them down. And obviously, our MD, Mr. Njai, for having the vision to actually give us the courage to step in and also make sure that we're delivering the commitment that he has given to the clients and the rest of the TAF Africa Global staff as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Omar.
TAF Africa Global is pleased to launch Dalaba Housing Estate. Dalaba Housing Estate is our newest estate located on the Sukuta Jabang Road. You can buy a finished 2 or 3 bedroom house or service plots accompanied with a free fence and gate. At Dalaba Housing Estate, you get to enjoy bituminized roads, gated and fenced properties, solar street lights, water reticulation, public amenities, 1,500 fruit trees aligned in streets, and many more. Make a 40% down payment today and spread the balance conveniently for 10 years with GT Bank, EcoBank, and Trust Bank. Terms and conditions apply. Wait, this is the best part. We are giving a discount on outright payments. For more information and exceptional service, please call our office line on +220 4410 Better still, call us on mobile or via WhatsApp on +220 376 2333 or +220 776 2333. You can also visit our website on www.tafafricahomes.com. TAF Africa Global. Our experience is global. Our focus is Africa.